Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lonnie, and I'm ticked off. So here we go. Um, it is Tuesday, October 13th, and the confirmation hearings for Judge Amy Coney Barrett just got over with. I was able to catch a lot of it throughout the day, listening to it on the radio. As I was at work and driving around, whatever. And then when I got home from work, I was able to catch the last few hours. What struck me is that wow, this woman is absolutely brilliant. This woman is just brilliant. Uh, a lot of the questions that were asked by the Democratic left, by the Democratic side, um, they kept bringing up Obamacare. There's a case coming before the Supreme Court on November 10th, and they kept bringing up how are you going to vote on that? What are your feelings about this? Of course, will you recuse yourself? Um, the thing is according to the Canons Act, it's a federal law that states federal judges can't talk about it. So a lot of those questions went unanswered. Obviously, she'd be breaking the law if she answered those. Um, some of the senators got into some fantastic dialogue. Senator Sass, um, fantastic. Senator Cruz, fantastic. Senator Kennedy from Louisiana. I'm telling you, I like this guy more and more every day. My dad used to tell me, had this saying, it's called an old adage, and he'd tell me whatever the old adage was. Well, Senator Kennedy has a buckets and buckets and buckets full of old adages. He just don't tell you it's an adage before he spits it out. So normally catches you off guard and makes you laugh. I really love the fact that those senators went back and forth with Judge Barrett. Um, Different laws, different cases that she was a judge of. Why did she uh, come down on the ruling, whether it be in the majority or the dissenting um, voice of the verdict? Um, those were fantastic. If you had a chance to go back and watch some of that back and forth, those were phenomenal. Um, Mazie Hirono, senator from Hawaii. She reminds me of a nun. She's not that saintly, but she reminds me of the nuns. Um, when I was in fourth grade, I went to Holy Family School, and there was a couple nuns there who just, they always talked down to you. She reminds me of them. Uh, I have never seen, I don't think I've ever seen anyway, a woman talk down another woman like she was less than. Mazie Hirono did that. When I got done listening to Senator Hirono and her questioning, or should I say the badgering and the bullying of Judge Barrett, I wanted to jump through the screen at her. Um, this woman has been nominated to sit on the highest bench in the world. The Supreme Court of the United States uh, doesn't set policy. Um, it just interprets the law. Um, Me being a constitutionalist, I appreciate that. I want someone sitting on that bench that doesn't read between the lines. If it's not there, then it wasn't meant to be there. I like an originalist, someone who looks at the content, the text that is in the Constitution and says, this is how it is worded. They can go back and they can look through the um, writings of the framers of these laws that are in the Constitution. They can look at people who are around that person when they wrote it and try to kind of find the original meaning to it. Uh, the Constitution is the one piece of paper besides the Declaration of Independence that gives every single one of us the freedoms that we have. It's what makes America America. It's what makes us free because we're free. These senators had 30 minutes to question Judge Barrett on anything they wanted to. And Mazie Hirono spent 30 minutes doing nothing but bad mouthing this judge and making her feel like she was less than. When truth be told, intellectually, Judge Barrett runs circles around Mazie Hirono. And that leads me to Senator Steinhouse from Connecticut. If there are women that are watching my channel and watching this video, let me first of all say that I apologize for my side of the gender line. Some of us are not as smart and don't use the good common sense the good Lord above gave us. We think we have to mansplain to you women how things are supposed to be. That's a bunch of crap. In the 30 minutes that Senator Steinhouse had to ask Judge Barrett any question in the world, ask her anything in the world to find out, is this woman qualified enough to sit on the Supreme Court? What did he do? Folks, he took all 30 minutes and all he did for the entire 30 minutes is mansplain dark money. Dark money. Dark money, in case you don't know, is money that's given to somebody, but you don't know where it came from. So we have that. Not one question. Not one question about the Constitution. Not one question about what do you think of Brown versus the Board of Education. Not there are a lot of senators covered precedent and super precedent. I learned something new, that there are really only 5 super precedent decisions that scholars recognize. Brown versus the Board of Education will probably be the number 1 super precedent. Others are just considered precedent if they, uh, you know, took up the case and made a decision on it. So Senator Steinhouse spent the 30 minutes belittling this woman who walked into the chamber for her first day of questioning with the Senate Judiciary Committee and brought a notepad. That's exactly what you heard me correctly. She did not bring a briefing book. She didn't bring legal books, law books. She didn't write down anything on the paper. I have witnessed a few of these over the years. And every single one that I had seen before, the nominee sat at the table with binders. I'm talking thick binders of legal precedent and briefing books, and this topic is for this, and this case was involving this, and this is how it was decided, and blah blah blah. This woman walked into a 12-hour hearing with 22 senators and didn't even use Google. Every case that I remember being brought up, she knew what it was, what was written in the by the judges, how it was decided. She could even remember off the top of her head what the vote was. Was it a 5-4, a, a 3-6? She remembered all that off the top of her head. And Senator Steinhouse sat there with flip cards, big flip cards with pretty graphs and pictures on it. Cory Booker was using flip charts for, oh, this is so and so, and they have diabetes, and you have to save Obamacare. Look, I think that line of questioning from anyone, whether it be a Republican, a Democrat, an independent, Joe Schmo off the street, should not be allowed in these at all. And here's why. This woman, if she is confirmed, will become a justice on the Supreme Court of the United States. And as a case gets brought up before the Supreme Court, it should be the lawyers for and against whatever case it is that argues the merits of that case. I don't think senators should get a head start before the case is even brought up to the Supreme Court. And everything that I heard today was senators screaming, this is little Marty and he has a pre-existing condition. They were even corrected a few times that pre-existing conditions wasn't even part of the lawsuit. They don't care. They just gonna keep spilling their false propaganda bullcrap about, oh, Trump wants to get rid of pre-existing conditions. Folks, he signed an executive order stating that all pre-existing conditions would be covered by insurance companies. Period. He has stated numerous times he doesn't want to get rid of pre-existing conditions. He does want to get rid of the mandate because in this country, no one can legislate to an American citizen that you must buy something or you'll be taxed if you don't. We live in the land of the free because of the brave. And in America, no one is forced to buy anything. If you want to drive, you've got to buy a driver's license. You want a roof over your head, you're going to have to pay your mortgage. It's not mandated law. That's where the problem of Obamacare comes in. They're taxing people, saying you must buy this or else. You know, we live in a country that's a capitalist country. We believe in the right of free market. Do you want prices to go down on gasoline? Have a bigger supply than you have a demand and prices go down. If there's only one insurance company in your town, or say you only had Blue Cross, Blue Shield, and that's all that was offered in the state of Oklahoma where I live, then Blue Cross and Blue Shield are going to put the price wherever the hell they want. Why not? They have no competition. But say the state of Oklahoma says, nah, we're going to let other insurance companies come in. So now you've got United Healthcare comes in, and Aetna, and Colonial, and Aflac, and you've got Major Medical, and you got supplemental insurance, and all these insurance companies are now in the state of Oklahoma. You have got competition. What happens to that one price that was set way up high? All of a sudden, another company comes in and undercuts you. You want affordable insurance for everyone? You make it more affordable for people by giving them more options. This is basic economics. I failed economics in high school. I had to take it in summer school to pass it. And I know this. So come on, guys. Can't we at least be honest with one another? Watching and listening to these confirmation hearings today just irritated the living hell out of me. You have an opportunity to discover the intelligence level of someone who is just nominated to sit on the highest court in our country, and you spend 30 minutes mansplaining to her about dark money. Or you spend 20 minutes talking about how little Jimmy in your little state in New Jersey, he needs Obamacare. Because he's only 25 and he needs to stay on his mom's insurance for another year. It's like you're talking to a wall. She can't do anything about this. She can do nothing about this. So basically, all you're doing is having a little Spartacus moment again and spewing more BS. When what you should have been doing was asking real, intelligent decisions to find out, is this person actually qualified as a judge to become a justice? Guys, let me know what you think below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, please. I would really appreciate it. Hit that little bell so that when I put my next video, you get an alert that I put it up. I put up another one tomorrow night. Hopefully that tomorrow's nomination ceremony goes a little better. Otherwise, we'll be screaming about that again. And guys, there's more in this world that unite us than divide us. It's the crap that I saw and listened to today that shows me which side of the aisle wants to actually have a conversation and which one just wants to talk at you. I would much rather sit, have a beer with someone who wants to have a conversation than sit and be talked down to by someone like Mazie Hirono, Chris Coons, which is one of the better ones out of the whole group, or Steinhaus. You guys have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks again. See you later.